This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
We got the Dolphins versus the Jags. What am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the first team offense, man. I can't wait to see the first team offense again. I am more excited about watching them after last week's 200-yard performance on the ground. And here's the other thing that I really like. It looks like the Isaiah Wynn left guard situation is the one that we're settling in on. Okay. And as I told you guys, remember, I thought Wynn would be your left guard, and I thought they would move Lamb over to right tackle. But to Austin Jackson's credit, he has fought that all off, and apparently he has played much better lately. He had a good week this past week. I only saw one incident where he was really pushed into Skyler. But I mean, if it's one play, that's fine. It's not habitual. It's going to happen. Linemen aren't going to be perfect. You know what I mean? They're going to screw up once or twice. So it's going to happen. As long as it's not habitual where you're constantly screwing up, then that's a real problem. So I'm excited to see if Austin Jackson can develop the consistency. I'm excited to see, have you settled in on the left guard spot? I'm excited to see, can you effectively run the ball this week now? And what I would say is against a better defense than you did last week. And early on, the Jags are going to play their number ones too. So you're going to get a nice feel. And I'll feel better about the running game and the O-line if they have success. Then the other thing, dude, Waddle, Tyreek, I don't care about any of that shit. I don't need to see more from those guys. I don't need to even see them play, but whatever. But it's the tight end. So what are you doing at tight end? You know, I know Durham Smythe can play the game and be solid for you and be serviceable, but what else is there? Is Julian Hill the guy that's kind of opened some of our eyes because getting Higgy with it has not been consistent enough. He looks like he's headed to the practice squad. Tanner Connor's been activated. He'll play this week. Does he flash? So what happens at tight end? Does Tanner Connor do something in this game on Saturday that says, you see, that's why we hung on to him all last year. We got to keep working with this kid. Or is it uneventful? And if it is, what do you do with Tanner Connor? You wasted an entire roster spot on him last year. You can't do it again if he cannot show you what he's got. And then getting Higgy with it, you know, you were trying to create that offline playmaking tight end, and it hasn't worked out. So here's Julian Hill now. So does Tanner Connor do something? Does Julian Hill continue to open your eyes, be more consistent than Tanner Connor ever has been? And Higgy. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost at the point where I'm not expecting much anyways from Salbert or Tyler Croft anyway. So where am I there? Okay? And then the third wide receiver spot looks like Braxton Berrios is kind of solidifying things. Does he continue to do that? Where does Robbie Chosen land in this whole rotation? That kind of stuff. The other thing is that the punt return game. I want to see. Also on special teams. You know, a lot of us are kind of, you know, the Danny Crossman thing. We're a little uneasy. You know, I'm feeling a little queasy about Danny Crossman. You know what I'm saying? And that's another one that I need to start seeing that the special teams unit is not a liability. Okay? I'm not, maybe I'm not even expecting you to be excellent, but I don't want you to be a liability. And if you are, then that falls on the head coach that he didn't make a change when that's the real coach that, I mean, when you get Vic Fangio, you have to fire Josh Boyer. There's no argument there. But Danny Crossman would have been the first guy I would have fired and replaced. And the coach didn't. So for me, I think Danny Crossman is on double secret probation, to be quite honest. So we'll see if the injuries last year affected his unit, and this year there's better luck with stinking injuries, and Danny Crossman can give us a more consistent special teams unit. So there's stuff to watch in this game. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, the defense, and from the linebacker to the secondary issues that you have in coverage, the responsibilities, that second safety, the nickel, the dime package, and the outside corner, Cam Smith. Is Cam back to form this week? So that way you could get him for week 1 against the Chargers and put him outside. And when this game starts tomorrow night, is Cam on the outside and Cater inside? Because that's probably the best way they're suited to be for now while Jalen Ramsey is out. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. Okay? And the second safety. Definitely the second safety. We got to see what happens there and who ends up taking. I think Elijah Campbell is going to win that job over Deshaun Elliott. But we'll see. We shall find out.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.